Mr. Jonathan Ward.
Can we give Damien another round of applause? It is good to be home. It is good to be with my fellow Trojans. They say home is where your heart is, and 24 years ago, I walked across this stage, was sitting in those seats, and my heart has never left the Trojan family, so it's good to be home. Before we get started, I gotta make some acknowledgments. Principal Richardson, thank you so much for, you can clap it up for getting these beautiful young people across the finish line. We got Principal Mock Dad in the house. I don't know how you did it, man, during COVID and all of that. And for those of you who don't know, he was a principal for their first 3 years. And so thank you for all you've done. To the faculty and staff, thank you for choosing this career, for dedicating your professional career to training and educating and guiding our young people. I know it's not easy, but I bet moments like this make it well worth it. To the families and friends, to the moms and dads, grandmas, grandfathers, to the aunts, uncles, the brothers, the sisters, to the cousins, and yes, even the play cousins, Thank you for what you've done to get your young people to this point. I know that it was not easy. I understand that there was a lot of blood, sweat, tears, sacrifices, a lot of nights where you didn't know how you were going to make it through. You didn't know how your young people were going to make it through, but they're here. And that is in large part due to what you did for them and what you did to them. And last but not least, I'd like to acknowledge the brilliant and resilient, the diligent and ebullient, the competent and confident Henry Ford High School graduating class of 2025. I think I speak for everybody here when I say we are so proud of you, so much so that we want to take the next 15 seconds and give you a standing ovation. You know, today is special. Today is special because today signifies a huge milestone in your life. That's why today is special. Because today signifies a milestone. Everybody say milestone. Milestone. So I looked up the definition of milestone in preparation for today. It's two definitions that I think both apply to today. The first one is an action or an event marking a significant change or stage in development. And that's why we're here, because you are leveling up. You are entering a new stage of life. You are going from, for some of you, very little responsibility to a whole lot of responsibility. Very little accountability to a whole lot of accountability. You're going from childhood to adulthood, and that should be celebrated. But the second definition is what I really want to focus on for our time together. The second definition states, a stone set up beside a road to mark the distance from and to a particular place. See, I like that definition because it acknowledges the fact that yes, you have been on a journey for the past 17 or 18 years, and yes, you have arrived to this marker in a road, but it also exemplifies the fact that you are not done yet. It also exemplifies the fact that there is still work to be done, there is still growth and development to take place, and you still have another destination to make it to on this journey called life. Amen.
Amen.
So, as you embark on this new journey, I just want to leave you with a reminder today. And the reminder is to take your GPS with you. As you are traveling on this road from this day forward, take your GPS with you. Now, some of you, when I said GPS, you automatically thought of a global positioning system, the thing that we have on our phones, the maps, the Waze, the different apps. And although that's not what I'm referring to, the acronym that I'm referring to today will still help you navigate through life and get you to the place you want to get to. So what's the G? The G is goals. The G is goals. Goals are the first step in realizing your dreams. So many people walk around life today with no goals at all. So many people wake up every single morning with no goals. Goals don't guarantee success, but they make it extremely likely that you'll have success. A study showed that the most successful people in the world, one of the things they have in common is they consistently write down specific goals. Another study showed that people who set goals and write them down are 43% more likely to have success. 43%. See, the thing about goals, the reason why it's so important, because goals provide you with an increased level of persistence. You don't mind working hard when you have something you know you're working towards. Goals engage your mind, right? Once you have a goal, once you write that goal down, now you're thinking about strategy. You're thinking about a plan on how you can accomplish that goal. Goals are important. But I think the most important reason that goals are important is because goals provide something that so many people are missing today, and that's direction. When you wake up, when you have goals, you have something you're working towards. You have a vision. You have something you're shooting. You have something you're living your life for, as opposed to not, and you're just going through life. When you have goals, you're able to stay focused when otherwise you wouldn't. Young ladies, when you have goals, when that knucklehead comes up to you talking that weak game, you're able to see right through it. And you know what? Are you gonna help me get to where I'm trying to get to? If not, bye, boy. Young men, when you have goals, when that young lady comes up to you and she's trying her best, but you have goals and you're able to say, you know what, young lady, are you gonna help me get to where I'm trying to get to? If not, I believe somebody said, bye, Felicia. Goals are important. So continue to set goals. The P simply stands for purpose. The definition of purpose is the reason for which someone or something exists, is created, or is done. Young people, I want you to know today that you have a purpose. That God put you on this earth at this time, in this season, for a reason. Do you hear me? Mark Twain said that the most important 2 days in your life is one, the day you were born, and secondly, the day you figured out why you were born. Young people, do you know why you're on this earth? For those of you who don't, I want to give you a couple clues right now that's going to help you figure it out. It's not rocket science. Ask yourself this: what do I care about? What angers me? What moves me? What am I passionate about? What is in my heart? You don't choose your passion. You have that passion for a reason. See, there's a problem that each and every one of you is on this earth to solve. And the first step is asking yourself, what do I care about? What am I passionate about? The second one is to ask yourself, what has God given me? What are my gifts and talents, my abilities? What do I do? What do I enjoy doing? All of those are clues to help you figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing on this earth. Rick Warren, the author, he said, the easiest way to discover the purpose of an invention is to ask the creator. Similarly, the same is true for discovering your life's purpose. Ask the creator, why am I on this earth? So that's purpose. And finally, we get to the last one, the S. The S is strength. I wish I could stand here today, beautiful young people, and tell you that life is going to be easy. I wish I could tell you that it will be filled with only success and bright days and easy times. You will have those, but you'll also have failures. You'll have dark nights, hard times, and it's during these times that you need to remember you have strength. So where does this strength come from? Sometimes you have to draw strength from the past. When you understand, I've been through difficult things before, I can make it through again. Every difficult situation you've been through before has built resilience. And you can draw on that resilience as you move forward. And not only your experiences, but the experiences of your family members, our ancestors. Our people has been through so much. And that DNA that our ancestors had, that your grandmother, great-grandfather had, great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother, that's in you. Tap into that resilience. Another place you can draw strength from is from your community. One of the biggest mistakes I made is thinking I had to do life alone for so many years. I used to think that asking for help was a sign of weakness, that it meant I was weak. Asking for help just means you're human. Don't go at life alone. When you need help, ask for it. Reach out. In the last place, I want you to think about drawing strength from. And the most powerful place is to draw your strength from God. I stand here today, and I can't lie, I've been blessed. During the introduction, he read some of the things I've been able to do and some of the cool things and experiences I've had. But it's like Charles Dickens in Tale of Two Cities. I've had some best of times and I've had some worst of times. I've had nights where I cried myself to sleep, woke up, continued crying. I have heartache and pain that felt unbearable. I've had challenges with my physical health and my mental health. Financial hardship, tough times in my marriage, tough times parenting, so on and so forth. But I can stand here today and tell you that the only reason I made it through and I'm standing here in my right mind today is because of the strength of God. When God created trees, he spoke to the soil. When God created fish, he spoke to the water. When God created us, humans, he spoke to himself. When you take a fish out of water, that fish will die. When you take a tree out the soil, that tree will die. When we are disconnected from God, we're going to die emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. Young people, make sure whatever you do, you stay connected to God. And in closing, I want you to know that it is possible. Some of you have hopes and dreams. Some of you are trying to figure things out. How am I going to get school paid for, so on and so forth? Which direction? How is this going to work out? I want you to know it's possible. Say, it is possible.
It is possible.
I'm reminded of a story of Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister, he said that he was going to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. The crazy thing about it is nobody had ever ran a mile in less than 4 minutes in the history of humankind. He said, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do it. I don't care that it's never been done. The doctors said it was impossible. They used to tell Roger, please don't try to do that. Whatever you do, please don't try to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. Your heart will explode. The scientists, the experts said, it is not possible, Roger. Get that thought out of your head. He said, I don't care. I'm going to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. In 1952, he went to the Olympics. He said, this is it. I'm going to finally run this mile in less than 4 minutes. The weather was horrible. I think he had an injury. Needless to say, he did not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. He didn't even get a medal. So everybody laughing at him. Hi, Roger. Hi. Told you, you're not going to run no mile in less than 4 minutes. Sit down somewhere. You think he quit? He said, I'm going to do it. 2 years later, in 1954, May of 1954, in Oxford, England, he stepped on the track. He said, today is the day. He gave it everything he had. He finally crossed the finish line with everything he had. It was quiet in the stadium, just like it is now. Everybody was waiting for the announcer to say the time. A few seconds later, over the loudspeaker, new world record, Roger Bannister, 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds. You mean to tell me that the thing that the doctors, that the experts said was impossible, the thing that had never been done before, Roger dared that he could do it? He did. Look at your neighbor and say, that's not the best part.
That's not the best part.
Say, a month later. A month later, Roger Bannister's record was broken. 4 years later, 20 more people have ran a mile in less than 4 minutes. What's the point? The point is that it's bigger than you. You see, you have to know it's possible. You have to go after your dreams because you give other people permission to dream. When your little brothers and sisters and cousins see you walking across the stage today, they'll know that they can do it. When you go on and get that college degree, start that business, they'll know that they can do it. So it's bigger than you. So my last call to action before I take my seat. I just got a few questions for you, class of 2025. If you believe it's possible, you will just respond by saying, it is possible. Class of 2025, is it possible for you to get a college degree? Class of 2025, is it possible for you to graduate from trade school? Class of 2025, is it possible to have the career of your dreams? Class of 2025, is it possible to become great husbands and fathers? Is it possible to become great wives and mothers? And lastly, class of 2025, is it possible to change the world? I believe it. I believe in you. I love you. Congratulations.